first part, we discovered together what a skill is and what a skill is not. Now let's look at the consequences of working with skills and occupation data every day that are misclassified, incorrectly placed in the data structure, or even not skills at all. Why? Because nothing less than our future prosperity is at stake. We start with proper entity recognition on one of the most used skill libraries in the world. Let's try with scalding DSL. Well, didn't we say in the first part that technologies or programming languages alone are not skills? How could you assign a personal skill level to a technology? Okay, let's still assume that scalding DSL would be a skill, and let's see what's on offer. Definition: a domain-specific language designed for processing and transforming large-scale data in distributed computing environments, and so on. Clicking on the provided link, oops, seems like something went wrong. Is scalding a form of thermal burn? I'm confused. We look at the related skills. Fair enough, maybe Scala would be pretty obvious. Or pattern matching, functional programming. What we see are Apaches. No skills either. Scrolling down, we see the top companies' postings, and to the right, the top job titles related to scalding DSL. Delivery drivers, food cashiers, pizza makers, caregivers. This does not bode well. And the job posting trend had a dip in December and is slowly recovering. The suspicion is that the skills concept, scalding, DSL, is completely wrongly linked and the large language model does not apply. Now, let's take a look at the live job postings. Utility systems operator, software engineer, production support. Let's take a closer look at this. We are grown makers of the most delicious cannabis edibles on earth. What does this have to do with scalding DSL? Key responsibilities: operate scalding machine and other packaging machinery as required. Can you remember the wrongly linked Wikipedia entry before? As you can see from this example, only the word scalding is recognized, not its context, nor the entity, scalding DSL, and so these irrelevant jobs are displayed. In this case, we must also assume that the above graph of job posting trends is for decoration only. If you take the time, you will find countless examples of this. For example, did you know that one of the top skills related to archaeology goes hand in hand with fire management? Certified nannies do not have skills at all? Or that oil painting is similar to the automotive industry skill? Ridiculous. Let's take a look at some of the key classifications for labor market data. We look at the occupation metrologist in the latest version of ISCO. In the hierarchy, he can be found under number 2, professionals. So far, so good. What is less good is that it is a sub-concept of 2112 meteorologists. It sounds similar, but has very little to do with metrologist. The fact that the metrologist is a child of the meteorologist means that many related skills are confused or do not fit. Above all, the metrologist is then counted as a meteorologist in statistics. For example, when white papers are published about the total workforce in meteorology, or how many additional people the job market needs. And then education and trainings are adjusted accordingly. What a mess. It doesn't get any better by searching for models in ONET online, and finally finding them. According to the description, these are not architectural models, but living models working in fashion, art, etc. Technology skills, software, not one skill. Skills, system analysis, technology design, mathematics. Seriously? No further comments required. Knowledge. Pretty sure a fashion model doesn't need to understand fluid, material, and atmospheric dynamics, or national security operations for the protection of people, data, property, and institutions, right? Let's see. There should be plenty of jobs for models in New York. Surprise, surprise. Only 2 job openings. Quality before quantity. Let's take a look at model validation, multiple positions. Again, a mismatch, many models, but none are alive. Let's try. Head men's and women's cross-country coach. Crazy. With these job postings, I can't even remember what my original search query was. Model does not seem to be mentioned. What fits are a few individual words or phrases such as development, preparation, working relationships, and the educational requirement. Bachelor's degree required. That's it. Stop wasting our time. All these fundamental flaws in these tests show a tremendous dysfunctionality of the technologies behind them. To finally realize the impact of such technologies, let's take a look at CDFOP. the European Center for the Development of Vocational Training. Most requested skills, among others, for freight handlers, based on ESCO version 1, natural language processing, Bihari, yoga, and for bartenders, aquaculture, reproduction, analyze road traffic patterns, collect weather-related data, and 4% of the online ads for musicians ask for Java, a snake eating its own tail, CDFOP and all its trusted publications, indices and forecasts are mostly based on the same crappy data and technology, and feeds Eurostat, and the cycle of ignorance is complete. Calculated trend graphs replace coincidence by error, statistics completely distorted, forecasts, wild guesses, labor market strategies, for fools. Not funny. The mistakes multiply on a huge scale and affect the future of all of us, so it's worth checking these results before you trust them. Stop guessing. Start knowing, with the world's most comprehensive and only semantic knowledge graph for occupation data, representing over 1.5 billion nodes and relations. The choice is yours. You can get thousands of answers from thousands of technology vendors, or you can get the right one from chance on. Let's get in touch.